Mr. Phil, you asked what do we think of genetically altered people. My first thoughts were, what are they thinking? But no, my concerns are that very few things in nature do just one thing. Very few things at all in the world. I can't think of one thing that does just one thing. For instance, I took flaxseed. The first thing I thought of was flaxseed. I took it for my skin, and it really helped my skin, but I started taking it in the winter, and by the time spring rolled around, my allergies were gone. I found out that it was good for allergies too. And then I found out it regulates your hormones, it's good for your heart, it keeps you regular, just plain regular. It does a whole slew of things. And most things do. I mean, you eat anything. I mean, an apple, you know, it tastes good. It gives you a real nice taste. Well, I like apples anyway. But and then it gives you fiber. It gives you water. It gives you all kinds of nutrients and provides all the benefits that those nutrients provide. I mean, an apple doesn't do just one thing, fill you up. It does a whole lot of other things for you, things that they're still finding out. And so I thought, genes. I mean, what if they don't do just one thing? What if you alter something and it affects everything else that the gene does, and it's not able to do what it's supposed to do, and it messes you up completely, and the cure is worse than the disease? Then I thought, well, like vitamins, there's a synergy in nature, in environments, in habitats, and all kinds of things, and like vitamins, where if you want the benefits of calcium, you have to take enough vitamin C, you have to take enough magnesium and vitamin D, and if you take away one of those things, everything is thrown off balance, and it can cause really big problems. So I did some research. I went and talked to a doctor in our church, brilliant man, what you'd call a fundamentalist. He said that genes, most genes do just one thing. Some don't. They do several things. And he said, though, that most genes just do one thing, and that he is all for fixing them. For instance, in sickle cell anemia, they know what gene is responsible, they know what needs to be done to it to make it normal, and he's all for fixing it and getting rid of that. But he does say that there is a synergy. He does share that concern, that if you remove a gene, he's not for removing anything, gallbladders, genes, anything, because it's better to fix it and get it to work together with everything it's supposed to work with in the body to do what it's supposed to do. I'm sure that there are times when the gallbladder has to come out, but as far as genes are concerned, we don't know enough about what they do to do that safely, and so removing it would not be desirable in his eyes. Now, his most greatest concern was adding material, like especially cross species, like people adding mold, DNA from mold to human DNA. I mean, he says that's just a Pandora's box. He didn't use those words, but we just don't know nearly enough about what that would do, how it would mutate, I mean, what that does. I also was concerned about avarice, pride, and this has such a possibility of doing that. It is can so easily become politicized. It could become it's going to be monetized. I guess what I'm thinking is that if you can fix the genes to do what they're supposed to be and to be the way they're supposed to be normally, then good. But as far as removing or adding material to the genes, I think that is a bad idea.